What's going on YouTube? DapperxDan here. Another beautiful day here in Colorado. Spring is just about here and this weather is pretty nice right now. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 62 degrees. Feels good though, feels good. Slight bit of wind, other than that it's pretty nice. The future is here, you guys. I think the time of the electric motorcycle is finally upon us. Let's roll the intro real quick, and then we'll talk about it. I think the time is now where the electric motorcycle might actually be a viable option now. There's this company called Zero, and I'm guessing that's for like zero emissions or whatever, but they have a couple electric motorcycles now. A couple years ago they came out with an electric supermoto, and that was the only bike they had at the time, but now they have 3 bikes with like a different variation of each of them. They got their electric supermoto and an electric dirt bike, and they also have an electric naked bike, and they have 2 versions of their electric naked bike, so you got 4 choices altogether. They're pretty much the Tesla of motorcycles right now. They're the only ones that I know of that are doing it. They've been around for a couple of years, but they just came out with like a 2nd generation of their bikes, and the new ones that they're coming out with finally have hot swappable batteries. And what that means, you can basically take one battery out after it dies and put a fully charged one in for basically like a full charge within seconds if you have more than one battery. And that is what I think was the that's going to be a big deciding factor for a lot of people, because not everybody has a couple hours to charge their motorcycle before they go riding. And their 2nd generation of motorcycles also have pretty much double the range as what their 1st generation did. So it's pretty exciting things going on. I actually would love to ride their electric supermoto someday. For those of you who don't know, electric motors have pretty much instant torque. They have 100% torque at 0 RPM, so that electric supermoto will be a wheelie machine, and it's called the Zero FXS. That's the name of their supermoto, and it has a city range of 100 miles and a highway range of 40 miles. And a combined range of like 57 miles, I think is what it is. So that's not too bad if you're just doing like having it as a like around town bike. 100 miles is not bad at all. And it has 85 mile an hour as its top speed. And it has 78 foot-pounds of torque. They didn't say the horsepower numbers of this, but 78 foot-pounds of torque is a pretty good amount of torque. And they're saying the cost to recharge it from 0 to 100% is going to be about 81 cents. And I hope that's correct, because that is super cheap. But you are going to be paying a little bit higher price up front for the motorcycle. Price of it brand new is $10,495. So you're paying quite a bit more up front. But for only 81 cents to fill it up, basically get a full charge, I think it's worth it. It'll definitely pay for itself over time. And you are able to plug it into a wall. You don't have to have like a special cord to charge it up. If you are just plugging it into your regular outlet, it's going to take 9.7 hours to fully charge. But they also have a accessory charger that you can buy with it, and if you buy that, it only take 1.8 hours to fully charge. So in my opinion, that accessory charger is definitely worth it. And if you want an additional battery, which I would probably end up getting myself, that's going to cost you $2,895. But you can always have one charged and just swap it out immediately and have a full charge. So that'll bring your total up to like $14,500 total, which is a lot. It's a lot for a supermoto. You could buy probably 2 brand new DRZs for that amount of money. So yeah, it's a lot of money, but it'll even out in the long run if you keep the bike. The only thing I don't like about the bike is the headlights. I'll throw up a picture right now. I kind of wish they had like the single headlight look like the DRZ. That'd probably be the only thing I would change. I might even change it over to like an LED bar or something. They also have a dirt bike version of it, which is basically the exact same thing, except for it has dirt wheels on it. One really cool thing about it too is just like Tesla, they can provide updates to the bike, and it actually updates through your phone, and then it like connects wirelessly to the bike. I think that's pretty cool. They can do firmware updates like that. They also have a naked bike too, and they have basically 2 versions of it. Their naked bike is actually looks pretty decent, and it's got a really high capacity battery in it. It's the most range of any electric bike. It can go 223 miles on a single charge. Hey, we got all 3 lights on. Well, 3 out of 4. And the 2 versions of the naked bike are called the 0S and SR. The S is just like the base model, and the SR is more their like top of the line model. That's the one that you'll get the 223 mile range with. Alright, the naked bike has 103 mile range on the highway and 223 mile range in the city. And it has 81 pound-feet of torque, and this one actually said the horsepower on it. It said it has 60 horsepower. Which isn't bad. It's not bad for a naked bike. Torque is what you're going to feel though. Somebody's vaping in front of me. It just smells like some kind of fruit. And the weight of it ranges from 313 pounds just for like their base Model S, all the way up to 452 pounds for their like top of the line SR model. And that's also depending on battery size too. You can choose to get bigger batteries, and that's where the 452 pound comes in. That's if you get the biggest battery. And prices range from $13,995 for their base Model S, all the way up to $16,495 for the SR. And I think that's just the base price of the SR. So it's quite a bit of money, and I don't think there's any used ones yet. So you'll pretty much have to get them brand new. But yeah, you guys, I think we're finally in the age where an electric motorcycle is a viable option. The range, especially with that 223 mile range, is starting to get there, but that's only city driving. They finally came out with swappable batteries, so you can get like a full tank of gas or a full charge in the same amount of time it'll take you to fill up a gasoline bike. I do think it would be so weird though to be riding and just hear nothing. All you would hear is the tires. I think it would be really weird. But who knows? I would love to test ride the Supermoto especially one day. I just don't know anywhere that would even have them. I think you have to like schedule it online, and then they like bring it to you or something with a test ride. And then at that point you feel obligated to buy it. If I ever had the money just laying around, I would definitely consider getting it, because that's pretty cool. I don't know anybody who has one, especially nobody on YouTube. But yeah, it would just be something different and something cool to have. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know if you've ever seen one or ridden one, or if you know someone who has one. Let me know if you would ride one too. I really think that these electric motorcycles are actually a viable option now, and insurance on them will probably be pretty cheap. And I myself would definitely get the extra battery, that way you can always have one charged and be able to extend your range a little bit. But yeah, I definitely think it'd be really cool, and plus you're helping save the environment a little bit if you're into that. Apparently they are pretty much zero maintenance too. Like, it comes with a I think it comes with like a carbon fiber belt or something, instead of a chain. And the chain, there's only one rotating part on the motor, and that is what feeds the belt, and then the belt in turn feeds the wheel. I definitely think like within the next 3 or 4 years, electric bikes will start becoming a thing. I'm making that prediction right now. And as my notes fly away, I think that's time to end the video. Anyway guys, that's all I got for right now. If you liked today's video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you would ever ride an electric bike or own one. Or if you know anybody who has one, that'd be really cool. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and have a good day.